This podcast contains mature language. Listener discretion is advised.
Chapter 38, A Final Chance.
So we're going to do that. In the hallway, we're going to take an hour rest. Short rest.
All right.
I'm going to meditate.
Okay. You guys stop and rest. You can spend hit dice if you need to heal up further.
Zero. I think you have all your hit dice, right?
Yeah, I do. But I'm just saying, like... I'll do one. Why not?
Okay.
Cool. I'm full health.
And you said you had the skull fragments that you found, or did you leave them in there?
You brought them, right?
You brought them, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, you left them in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was afraid that if...
Bury them.
Well, I'm saying even if we bury it, they can still come back. And if I have it with me...
You don't want them coming
and
back in your
it
pocket.
comes back, no, hell no.
Yeah.
Was there a chest or anywhere in that room when we were going around? In the smithy room or anything like that?
There wasn't any chests. There were a couple of open crates that had largely rotted away.
Can we stack them? Like, put it
What
well
pieces did he have? I know he has a quarter of it, but is it the front? Is it the back, the side? Like, what quarter?
Well, did you show it to him, or?
No, I did not. I had it. I'm like, well, I don't have enough.
Did you find the eye
We
socket
do holy water,
part?
right?
No,
No.
I didn't.
Did you find the eye socket piece?
I thought you did.
No, we agreed for me not to waste the holy water.
I thought you had two.
We didn't want to waste
Yeah,
it.
I did, but I'm not sure that this would work.
Okay.
Did you
Alright.
find the eye pieces? Was that part of the pieces?
He wasn't sure.
Okay. I didn't like those the most, that's why.
Well, as you guys rest up, meditate, 20 minutes into your rest, you see these faint flickers of green from the room that you had just left. And then you see this bright green flash, and then you just see this flickering, telltale green light in the room that you just left.
I'm not going back in there.
Well, we'll keep resting. It doesn't seem like it's moving closer to us, right?
You watch and you see the source of the light, which is out of view looking down the hallway. You see the source of the light move across the hallway and then seem to drift further in the cavern. But from your vantage point, all you can just see is the glow of the light. It seems to be kind of circling through the room.
Okay.
It's back on sentry.
I mean, when it comes to that, I think that when we're coming out, we can probably use dash actions to get behind rocks.
And then the Econite going the other way.
Right, and when it fires at that, then we just haul ass to the other exit.
Well, we're resting, but I'm not gonna get anything. Can I bring out the Econite and just like stare at him and be like, do you feel anything?
And it kind of mirrors your movement, and it just is staring at you. It doesn't make any vocalizations or anything. It's just this. It's almost like looking into kind of a spectral mirror of you.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah, and it's just.
I walk over and I kind of poke it in the eye. I'm like, can you feel this, Val?
You see it kind of shimmer as if dipping your finger in water. It sort of ripples through the kind of smoke-like form.
rude.
Like, but
And then as Val looks at Angus, the specter also.
But can you feel that?
I wanted the Echo to like try to do this.
And you see this ghostly form.
Like bite its finger.
Do you make a bite attack?
Yeah.
Make an attack roll.
That's a good way to check your hair.
Is that a 19?
Yeah. He bites his finger, but
So it's a 24.
24. So he goes to bite its finger, but because there's no mass to this thing, he actually goes far, and it looks like he bites it like right on the wrist, and it just whiffs out.
Did you feel that?
What did it taste like?
Oh yeah, I felt something, but not like hurt.
Well, kind of like when it's about to rain.
Your favorite.
Yeah. Terrifying.
All right, so
That's how it felt. It's freaking terrifying.
You guys do anything else on your short rest?
I'm gonna just get a few feet closer to the other end where we're going
Okay.
and see if I can hear anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Your shield will go out by the end of this. Are you refreshing his shield? The light on it?
Yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah. I go by tapping and it's the flaming skull green.
Okay.
That'll be dope.
So you have this kind of evilly, sickly green light shining off of this thing.
I'm like,
Yeah.
while I come out of my meditation, and I'm
The whole
like,
thing
where did it
is
go? Okay.
that if anybody else already knows and they're on the other side, that we're expecting to attack that thing and run. All right. So what do I need?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay,
That's
that's 9. Well, it's kind of like
I mean,
12.
is it cocked or
12. You look about, and it is a large cavern that your light does not quite get to the end of it, but looking at the curvature of the cavern walls, you can see most of what's in here. And it's kind of a conal shaped cavern with the ceiling of it arcing quite high up. And it caps right at about 30 feet. You can dimly see the top of it.
And did I hear anything?
You don't hear anything. As you kind of very quickly look about, you see that there are 2 large stone buildings in here, each 20 feet high, set into the far wall, that are of the same human-centric construction that the church was. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's one to the left, one to the right, before your light kind of just is swallowed up by darkness. And the one closest to you on the left the stone seems to be pretty dark in color. The other one being slightly lighter in color. The further one is lighter in color from what you can make out here in the very dim light. The cavern itself is largely empty. There's a couple of collapsed places where there's piles of rubble in here. You do see more remains scattered about the room. They seem to be further apart. It doesn't seem, from what you can see, like a large concentrated battle like you had come across in the previous room. The particular thing about this room, though, looking up at the ceiling, is the ceiling, although you can see the definition of the stone ceiling, it twinkles, almost as if it looks like the night sky in here.
All right. So I come back and I'll let Angus know, like, a Meilin, like what I saw. Sorry.
Would that be what dwarves usually mine for?
I mean, it looked pretty.
The night sky?
Pretty
No.
sparkly stuff.
I'm guessing if it looks like that and then we're inside a cave, it has to probably be like mineral or something, like some kind of crystals.
Yeah, I'm gonna venture to throw out a random guess and say it's not the night sky.
Okay. I mean, it could be a hole. You never know.
Well, I'm gonna go in there
be
and inspect it
sparkly.
myself.
Okay.
Sparkly stuff.
Are we ready? Did we finish our short rest?
Well, you're coming up next to Val and just checking it out.
Yeah.
Okay. You go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Do I get advantage for stonework?
Well, that would be if are you specifically checking the ceiling
sparkly stuff, yeah.
Okay. No, but I'll modify the DC.
All right. So what am I? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
24.
24. You look at it, and it does seem to be a starry, twinkly pattern, like a clear night sky. As you take a few minutes and watch, they seem to twinkle at a set pace. And it doesn't seem to be.
It's not random. Okay.
And they don't seem to be twinkling based on the refraction of the light off of Val's shield. They just seem to be just these soft twinkling lights that just kind of pulse on the ceiling. Not bright enough to illuminate anything, but just to create this kind of faint scenario.
I'm going to undo the light on your shield.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him, hey, I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to take the light off of your shield, see if it still twinkles with no actual light.
Okay.
Okay, so you end the spell. You two are in pitch blackness for the moment.
Oh, he's still meditating. This is why he was doing that.
But now you can see the twinkling of the ceiling is now a bit brighter, only because there's no more light pollution from a local light source to you. But it's still that kind of regular pattern. Go ahead and make a Arcana check for me.
Ouch. 11.
11. It seemed the regularity of it, and since you can see this clearly stone ceiling up there, that it is maybe some type of a magical effect, but you have no real idea what this is. But they're not. Gems wouldn't just glow like this.
Right. There were bodies strewn across, like on the bottom, right underneath that.
They're scattered about the room are decayed bodies.
Okay. I cast light back on your shield, same green color.
Okay.
Without stepping into the room.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a look. Like, do the bodies seem like they're burnt or anything like that? Like they're like caved in, something like
The
that.
closest one to you is about 20 feet away. Are you just like eyeballing from where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not going in there.
This would be a perception check at disadvantage.
That's fine. It's 12. That's 12 total.
Total of 12. The one closest to you that you can see doesn't seem to be burned. You see a couple of black feather arrows in its chest.
Traps. Could be.
Or goblins.
Something.
Oh no. Wait.
Bugbears.
You said arrows?
Mm-hmm.
Not crossbow bolts?
Not crossbow bolts.
That was a good question, though.
Yeah, there is significantly more plumage on the shafts sticking out of the chest. That would be arrows, not.
And they
not
look
bolts.
like newer or like old?
No, they have cobwebs on them.
Oh,
This is all
you know what I mean?
old.
Alright, so they're probably old. They've been there for a while. And the bodies look pretty decayed, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, everything in here is skeletal and dusty.
Okay, is there any stone nearby me? Or anything like that?
Oh, I mean, everything's stone. I mean, like a loose stone?
Like a
or-
loose stone, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few. There's scattered rubble just about everywhere in here.
I'm gonna wait until he's done with his
Okay.
meditation, so the short rest's done. But I tell Angus I'm actually gonna throw a rock towards the other side and see if anything happens with that thing on top. Because I don't trust it.
Is the meditation
Okay,
done?
well,
or-
while you do that, I'll take a rock and I'll throw it straight up at the night sky.
That's what
Okay.
I was gonna do.
So we wrap up the short rest, and so you guys then huck both your rocks.
Well, we go back and let Meilin know what's going on.
Okay.
I come over there and say I want to throw a rock too.
Alright.
All right, and what do you? You're just chucking it across
I'm
the
chucking
room?
it towards the center.
Okay.
You're pretty good at dex, right? Like, can you chuck it all as far as possible towards the back of the room?
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling seems to be about 30 feet or so up.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like a chiseled flat ceiling.
So I can see all the way to the top.
You can, yes.
So,
Yeah, they can see it too. It's just faint because it's very dim.
And now that
light.
I'm getting there, how far is the cavern?
From what you can see, the cavern goes deeper than 40 feet.
Can I see the other side?
You can, and there is a stone arch hallway carved into the far wall.
Okay. There's an archway carved in the far wall.
I don't trust this. Let's throw everybody rocks towards
I don't
like different
trust
points.
any of this.
Cast light on any item?
Yeah.
Can you cast on a rock?
Yeah.
So
On yours, because you can go farther.
Alright, so I tap his rock and do bright white.
Okay, so now it's bright white, glowing rock in your hand.
Hold it over here, so I'm not staring right into it. I want to try to hit the ceiling, kind of at the distance, and then when it's gonna hit and fall far away.
All right, so you want to try to like ricochet it off the ceiling?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, go ahead. Each of you, for hucking your rocks, each of you give me an athletics check.
No.
Athletics.
5.
5?
11.
11. You guys can make the distance. Your rock, just you hear it faintly hit the top of it, and then it clatters about 2/3 of the way across this cavern. You throwing yours just straight up, it hits, comes falling back down, and a small chunk of the ceiling is broken off, lands next to you.
Is it sparkly?
You look down, and it does seem to shimmer.
Oh, I'm taking it.
And you throw yours just to the middle of the room?
Yeah, as
Okay.
far back as possible.
You're able to throw it, and you hear it crack against what you're assuming is the far wall. It is far outside of the range of what you can see. But you hear a crack and then
See
another
where it
crack.
hit?
And you watch as it did hit about 10 feet off from the archway and then just hit the ground.
Yeah, so you're about 10 feet off from the archway. You almost threw it down into the hallway.
Nice. And any movement or anything at all?
Nothing from what you can see. Go ahead and, if you want to listen, go ahead and give me a perception check.
No disadvantage.
No.
That is 13.
13. You keep an ear out. All you hear is the clattering of the stones hitting the ground. No other sounds.
Okay. Can I see that stone, that shimmering thing that he picked up? Can I see
Yeah,
it?
I'm saying my dumbass is gonna walk around there and pick it up.
Okay. You walk out there. You walk past several decayed bodies. One orc, 2 dwarves. As you walk past, and you see the stone. It had landed kind of in the crook elbow of a human skeleton, and it kind of had dislodged the left arm out of where the socket was laying.
Does it have a ring on it?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I really want to help this guy out. That is a 13.
13. It takes you a little bit to look around because the bones just scattered, but you do find one finger bone that does have a silver ring with
The
a black stone in it.
Okay. I'll put that in my pocket too. Like, guys, I found the ring.
Fantastic. Well, what's that shimmering thing though?
I don't know. I go pick it up.
Okay. You pick up, and on one side of it, on the flat side that was the part face that would be the ceiling that you could see, there are these 3 small points of light on it that just shimmer. And on the other side is just bare cracked stone.
I bring it back over so everybody can look at it.
Is it magical?
You can give me an Arcana check.
We're all like looking at it.
Natural 20.
He did. Well, you got Arcana?
I don't know. Where's that? Oh, it's 20.
20? It's definitely something magical. You rub your hand on it, and you don't feel anything in here, but it's moving as.
Is it an illusion? Like, does my hand go through it?
No, it's somehow in the stone,
Huh.
but it doesn't give off any heat. There's no sensation you feel other than bare stone as
I'm
you
gonna
touch
take
it.
a couple minutes and I'll see if I'll cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay. And while he's doing this, you guys once again hear the boom echo through the caverns.
Okay. Any effect on the lights above when that happens?
Nope. Make a perception check.
Good idea.
18.
18. None that you're able to discern.
I mean, I have one.
What does it smell like? What does it smell like?
It smells. It had the room itself smells. I mean, mostly stuffy, dusty, like the smell of like an attic that's not been opened in God knows how long. For you, it
smells like home.
Well, it smells like an unventilated mine shaft that really could be using
Some furries.
yeah. It's the smell of the must in here is overpowering any other smells really that you're picking up from rocks or anything like that.
Hey, can you cast light on this again?
Someone needs a cleaning.
After you're done with them? Sorry.
So yeah, because your rock's still going. Yeah, whatever. Light.
Bang.
Ding.
So you're gonna spend 10 minutes casting Identify on the rock?
Yep.
On the last
Well,
one?
no, I go ahead and I put light back on his shield.
Okay.
And then the chunk that fell down, I'm going to cast Identify on that.
Okay.
As a ritual.
Alright, so you finish casting Identify on the small rock chunk, and as the spell discharges, normally you receive kind of intuit amount of information if it is a magical item, and no information comes to you, but it does ping that it is magically imbued, but it doesn't have specific properties to it.
Okay.
Is it cool?
There's something about it. I'm not getting a solid reading off of this. We should probably take it though.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Does anybody else want to carry it? I'm carrying a bunch of
I got
other
it.
nonsense.
And I'll take a small pouch that I got. It will fit right
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little doing to get it into a pouch, but it's just enough to cinch out that it's the only thing that's going to fit in there now.
I'm gonna go and I get the finger with the ring,
Okay.
so that I can bring it back to the ghost.
Okay.
Let's check those two buildings.
Oh yeah, there's structures or something. Buildings.
You said there's a light and a dark one.
I mean, for what I could tell, like one was darker color than the other one.
Yeah.
I look over.
As you're now in the center of the room, you can more clearly see it. Both buildings have soot on them. You can see scorch marks on them. I mean, there is a layer of dust that has settled over the scorch marks. The two of them, there's one to your right, one to your left, standing in the middle of the chamber here. The one to the left has much more scorch marks on it.
Is there anything in between them?
There is not. The backs of them is set against the cavern wall. They kind of are built using the cavern wall as one side of them. And each of them, they're roughly the same size. The one on the left being bigger, about 40 feet deep, about 50 feet wide here.
Let's go to the left.
Okay, let's go to the left.
You can see the other one, just ascertaining the kind of dimension, seems to be about 20 by 20. So you go to the left one, and there is a set. It is more of the human brickwork on this, and there are two metal doors on the front of this with the metal is just darkened from scorches all over it.
Does it look like it's being open anytime? Like any? Does it open towards us?
There are two handles, vertical handles on them. There do not appear to be any lock
Do
mechanisms on them.
the burn marks, scorch marks, does it resemble when the floating skull blasted us on the ground?
They don't seem to be the laser eye trail that the flame skull performed.
What about the fireball that it threw at us?
It could be a fireball that had impacted here. It's the scorch marks cover everything, but as you get close, you can see that there is dust and cobwebs on top of the scorch marks.
Okay.
All right. And I look at everybody like, are you ready?
Put the Echo Knight right in the middle. Then you and I full size the doors, pull it open. So if anything happens, it hits the Echo Knight first.
All right, I go.
Out of curiosity.
Bring the Echo Knight,
Okay, the Echo Knight appears.
like right in the center, like ready.
Okay.
And then one.
I'm off to like a corner, like 10 feet away.
Okay, and as you guys plan to open it, do you plan to open it and be behind the doors or in front of the doors?
Behind.
Okay.
1, 2, and we start pulling.
Okay, and the doors, you hear this, you feel the thing that you feel is the graininess of the rust on these hinges is not wanting to initially let the doors go, but it's just grind. But you feel the doors with this squeal of old metal, just, and you pull them both wide open.
And we're like waiting.
And the Echo Knight's just standing there. But you guys are.
I look now.
Yeah, we both
I put the shield. I put the shield.
I put my shield up too. I'm like,
You look in.
I made a good picture.
In this large.
I'll make it one.
In this large stone chamber, you can see everything in here is very badly damaged. There's scorch marks all over the place. But this used to be a very, very large, very old workshop. That there are implements everywhere. There are broken wooden tables smashed up against the walls. There are stone workbenches lining the walls that lead to the very back, and there is a large cauldron set into the wall that has a very faint green crackling flame in it.
Damn it. And this is where you...
And the cauldron is lined with arcane runes that also subtly pulse in the same green light. However, you also see something very, very strange. You see...
Oh, now we see something strange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, flying skulls with
Yeah,
laser
flying
vision.
skull, yeah, right?
floating in the room is a 4-foot orb of scaly skin with a large yellow eye in the center of it and 4 eye stalks floating off the top of it. All of the eyes look at you, and you hear this burbling voice in your mind that says, "Hello."
I'm not in the room.
How are you?
Do I hear it from outside?
You hear it in your head.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, friend.
On duty.
Oh, okay.
You.
Looking for my brother. He's a gold dragonborn.
No. No. I'm like, we're just passing through, making sure everything's okay with you.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Doing great. How's your evening, day going?
Well, actually, that would be deception.
Deception? Yeah. It's still the same. 11?
11?
D?
Can I try backing him up and giving him advantage?
Exactly how would you do this?
I don't know yet. Sorry, man, you're fucked.
Wait. Come on.
No, I said never mind, man, you're fucked.
Sorry, 11.
11. You again, you don't. It has this kind of big toothy mouth underneath the large center eye, but the mouth is just kind of hanging open with its rows of teeth in there. But the voice is just coming in your head.
Is the tongue hanging out and shit too?
The tongue, actually, you do see the tongue kind of roll about a bit.
What were you talking about before?
It's gross. Is what that is.
Jeepers.
And the voice, like I said, kind of burbles in all of your minds simultaneously. And it says, "You are familiar. Who are you?"
I mean, he's a dwarf. So we're just taking a tour. See if we can help.
I'm Meilin.
We were commissioned to make sure that nobody is up to any wrongdoing in the cave systems.
You go ahead and give me a deception check.
Love of God.
I mean, technically, he's not wrong.
Deception 17.
17.
100.
And it starts to hover, and it positions itself in the center of this room between you and the burning green brazier behind it. And it says, "I am here to protect the forge. Without authorization, I cannot let you pass."
That's fine. Might as well, we can leave.
No, we're happy that you're here guarding the forge.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that we were sent down here to make sure that it was protected. Technically, that's not a lie.
It is under my protection.
Looks very well protected.
So it's just sort of hovering in the air, just kind of bobbing a little bit.
Can I see this from the outside?
Or if you're peeking around.
Don't. No.
I just saw him.
No, then all you hear is a voice in your head. That's all you hear right
I'm
now.
kind of like looking around.
So I just like, hey, Angus. I mean, finally we confirm that it's protected. Might as well just let them know that it is, and we can just, maintain everybody away from here.
Yeah, I'm completely comfortable with that. Would you mind if we nap here? We've had some run-ins with some ruffians out back, and I'm exhausted, man, to be honest.
They were trying to destroy this
Go ahead
place.
and make a persuasion check.
Like, I'm not trying to disrupt anything that you have going on. We won't leave this room. We just need to rest, and then
just to
then we'll
support
be
that,
on our way.
I'm gonna put my sword away. I'm like, I like slump. Like,
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion check here.
can I be advantage? Because what is it?
7?
7.
Stupid.
I asked before you threw your dice, by the way.
That was no, only given your deception checks earlier. You guys kind of canceled each other out. All of the 4 eye stalks are kind of looking randomly around. All the eyes now look straight at you, and it says, you hear again, hearing the voice in your head only. You cannot stay. There is accommodations next door, but without authorization, no one may enter.
Okay. So I can't go to the one next door then, correct?
That is not under my protection. You can go where you wish.
Is that one protected by someone else?
I do not know.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your time, and we will leave you be.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Keep doing a great job.
Peace be with you.
And you see that as you're closing the door, you see the tongue just kind of loll out a little bit, and it just kind of drifts away.
And we're like slowly closing.
And you said there's handles there?
No, don't close it, because we need to get back in here at some point.
No, that's just another building.
No, I mean,
I almost threw holy water until he said,
Yeah, don't do that.
no.
Should we barricade that?
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Don't
no,
do it.
if he was going to attack us,
Okay.
he would have done it.
I don't know what he is. That was
I
outside.
have no idea what that floaty eyeball thing was.
There was a floaty eyeball thing?
I mean, technically, to be fair,
eyeball.
What?
in your
Tentacle doodads with eyeballs at the ends of it.
in your studies in the monastery, do you not remember reading anything about that?
Well, as he just described this crazy floating eyeball thing with eyeball things on top of it, do I remember that in my monastery studies of the
You
monsters
can
that I
make
fought?
an Arcana check.
11D?
11D. You've heard of Beholder Kin as myth and legend, but exactly what that was, you're not sure.
I've heard of Beholder, Kin, and Myth and Legend, and they're not good things, so that maybe could be possibly that, and I'm scared.
Well, honestly, I'm not, because he did attack.
Well, I've not heard good things, but I'm glad he didn't attack.
Yeah. So let's go next door.
Chances are he can still hear us.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So we're
And we
gonna let him be.
appreciate him.
Not
I don't know.
Not making us dinner. I appreciate that very much.
I don't know if we should even go next door.
He said next door is not under his protection.
I don't know whose protection. He just said doesn't know whose protection.
I mean, let's go find out.
So
He doesn't seem like he has a lot of friends.
I'm moving away already, like going
I'm
to
not
the other building.
Yeah, I'm not even there.
Val has just been slowly backing away out of this conversation.
I'm already not near any of that.
So let's move into the other building and try the same thing, and close the door if anything.
Yeah, because I really need a nap.
Okay, so we get in position in the other one, or can you describe, please, the entrance to the other place?
Do you have another torch?
4 left. Here's
Okay.
one.
All right, so you spark up another torch.
Yeah, I'm just standing outside looking at both of the buildings.
Looking now at the smaller of the two buildings, like I said, it's about 20 feet wide, about 20 feet deep, again set into the rock back wall of the cavern here. It has a single metal door on it, not scorched, just dingy, large cobweb. Also, the cobweb itself, covered in dust, is overlaying this door almost like a sheet, but it has also just a single vertical handle.
I get the icon in front. Angus, can you stay there on the other side? And I'm gonna open it slowly.
Sure. So where the door opens up, I'll be on the open side
Okay.
while he pulls it out.
And as I'm pulling, I'm actually like
trying to keep an eye in.
Okay.
How many do you have?
Well, the other one had like 7. So I start opening.
All right, and this, just like the other 2 doors, the rusty hinges just squeal loudly as you pull this door open. And you look inside, and there is dust and ash and walls blackened by fire in here, heaps of debris everywhere. There is the tattered remains hanging from the ceiling in here of what may have been kind of cloth set a long time ago to decorate the ceiling, but now hangs in just these tatters of dust. The remains of the furnishings in here, tables, chairs, bookshelves, beds, everything in here is charred and splintered and broken. But otherwise, everything has a layer of dust and cobwebs on it. And you can see that in the back of the room is what might have once been a very nice 4-post bed is smashed and broken, almost pushed up against the wall. You can see the rotting cloth that's almost turned to dust. You can still see the faint ashes where it had been singed. And there's a blackened small chest sitting half under the foot of the bed.
I open it up.
And as you walk into the room, this teeth clattering cold just seeps immediately into you. The light
Open for a mimic.
from your torch and from your shield almost seems to dim in this presence. Your dark vision dims even in here as the shadows start to pool and coalesce together in the center of the room in this blackness form that creates this humanoid shape as this skull-like visage of smoke forms in the center of it, and this howling voice says, "Get out."
I'm like, guys,
Angus,
what is that?
I think we should heed his warning and leave.
Now.
Let's go. And start walking back. Have a great day.
Angus, what do you do?
Angus?
Oh man, this is so
You have
hard.
seconds. You have less than a second to react. I need to know what you're doing.
I'm gonna take us 2 steps back, right to the doorway.
Out of the doorway, or still standing in the doorway?
Just outside the doorway. I'm not closing the door though.
And you see that the form standing there staring at you.
Okay, I grab his arm.
Is this an undead thing?
This clearly looks like some type of incorporeal undead.
I take one of the globes of holy water and I chuck it at it.
Go ahead and make a... it's thrown, so this would be dexterity plus proficiency.
Do I see this from outside?
You were... Where were you?
I was outside watching all the buildings.
Okay,
I'm
so
just standing
yeah, you see just this darkness, you hear this hollow voice, you see Angus standing in the doorway.
So I saw like the light go out from the shield and the thing.
The thing is,
It didn't go out, but
everybody's
it
at full
dimmed.
hit points. He has 1,000 key points to use.
I mean,
The only one that's low on spell slots would be me, but I have stuff that I can use to.
like holy water and magic missile
Okay.
ones.
Alright, I mean, this is boss.
Okay,
No, it's not.
what did you roll?
14.
14. The holy water hits it and actually cracks open, splashing on. You see this flare that erupts on this thing's form as if it had been slashed. And I need to know exactly how much damage holy water does.
5d20.
4,000.
You are adorable.
For a second, I'm like, wow, that's a lot.
I'm like, no.
I rolled 2d20.
You got a 2 and a 4. Well, good thing that you got rid of them now, because we're gonna keep rolling.
That does 2d6 radiant damage.
Wow.
Suck it, fool.
Wow.
That is 6.
That is a total of 6 points of damage. Very nice.
Radiant.
It went. as it attacked.
And I will now need initiative.
I've got snacks.
Natural 20.
He did, man. What is that?
4.
That's 5.
5.
I don't know.
I got a natural 8.
I got a natural 12.
So 23.
Okay, so Meilin, 23?
23.
Okay. And Val?
12.
Okay.
And the Echo Knight's like right like this.
That's exactly what I rolled the last time for initiative.
And Angus?
23.
8.
Jeez.
He's like, God bless you! And the Dumathoin bless you!
Alright, so Meilin, you're up first.
you.
Okay, so
And so you
What do I-
were about 20 feet back because you were looking at both of those
So he's
buildings.
right within range.
You now see this flare up of this white light, and in that flash of a second, you see the white slash on this blackened spectral form in there, and you see the skull-like visage on his face, just contorted in hate and rage.
Okay, so he so I watched Angus like from the doorway throw this thing, and then all that hate
Yes.
and rage thing happened.
You see Angus go.
Holy hand grenade! Alright, cool.
Basically.
Basically.
The power of Dumathoin compels you.
Okay. Well, I mean, since we're here, I rush in and I attack it.
Okay, you should push past.
Yeah.
The Echo Knight.
I very politely walk past Angus, and then I rush in the room and smash him in the face.
I can
with my
crouch down and
staff.
you just walk right over me.
That's probably true.
He just goes like.
All right.
Meilin, go.
And all right, and you attack.
I do.
All right.
And I'm gonna use one of my charges
He's like,
Okay.
on my staff.
All right, let's see it.
So
Put the mini out just for funsies.
does a 21 hit?
21 does hit. I was about to say, even though we are doing this theater of the mind, just so we can see it in all of its glory.
oh my god.
That thing's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it.
Maybe they will later. I'll take a picture of it.
Even in the white background. Wow.
Okay, so let's do
Is 20
13 damage.
13 points of damage.
Monk just went past you.
All right.
And look.
And then I'm going to spend a key point and use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
You know, just for the first time today.
Guess what I'm using?
Does an 8 hit?
An 8 unfortunately does not. The first, you come in with the staff, and it feels, on the first contact you with the staff you make, it feels like hitting water, that you physically connected with something, but you move through. It's not solid whatsoever. On the second one, you swing, and your hand just catches smoke.
Okay.
And on the
third? Yeah. That's cocked. Is that cocked?
That is super cocked. I mean, you went like, it went. It's the same.
Rolled the same.
I mean,
Yeah. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does connect.
Alright, so that was the punchy stuff.
Okay, so let me see the damage for
Yeah.
the second one.
Oh, and does the that's with the flurry of blows, so can I use the prone I wanna knock it prone?
You
Since I
can.
landed with the flurry of
Okay.
blows.
Alright, so what's the damage first?
The damage is 8.
8 points
8
of
damage.
Okay. You feel that you've made that you connected, and you feel that
Satisfying?
that it's nowhere near as satisfying as hitting something solid, but you feel you made contact with it. Your fist goes further into it than you would have expected if you had hit something solid.
Wow.
But you feel resistance on it.
Like a force, almost like a liquid?
Like something, you hit something,
Okay.
but you
Not
weren't
sure.
able to deliver as much force in the blow as you normally do, but you try to push with that, and there's nothing to push against.
Okay, so it can't get knocked.
It is immune to prone.
Oh, crap. Alrighty. Well, I did some damages, I think.
Here we go.
Okay, and next up is Val.
Val will rush towards him. Well, actually, the Echo Knight manifests. Like, it's already manifested.
Yeah, it was
so it's
already
gonna rush towards him. He's like, let's see how you like shadow against shadow. And he's gonna attack with, Talon, magical weapon. Yeah, what that?
Holy images.
And he does not hit. That was a 1.
Okay.
But then I will actually use Unleash Incarnation and attack through the Echo once more.
Alrighty.
Nice.
What the hell is that? What is going on here?
As fuck. Yeah.
Okay, so you drop on 6 plus 5, so it's 11.
11. You swing and swing, not the Echo Knight not catching any purchase whatsoever.
And then I will take 5 feet back.
You will move 5, or the Echo Knight?
I will move 5 feet back.
All right, so yeah, you're 10 feet now away from the door.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you see this blackened shadow just darting back and forth, surveying all of you. You see it stare hatefully at the dwarf.
Oh, you were friends once.
But then you see it look at the one that hurt it even worse right in front of it, and it reaches out with both hands at you.
You don't have to scare me.
And that is a 19 to hit.
Oh,
Does it? I think it is.
Sure, maybe. Okay, I'll allow it.
This would be so bad.
You don't have to do this.
Good job, Angus.
Yeah, come in.
That is
Walk backwards.
20 points of necrotic damage.
To be fair, I held back every single time you guys asked me to with cost.
And I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Constitution, huh?
I mean, and I said that I wasn't holding back no more when it comes down.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, we'll do our best to help you.
Does that get a plus to anything?
Constitution?
Oh, there it is. Okay. 4.
For you, these freezing cold hands just dig into your chest. The smoke just goes into you, and you can feel your organs being crushed by this, and you feel your life force just draining out of you. And you just feel just weakened by your hit point maximum is reduced by the damage that you took.
So 10 minus 10?
Minus 20.
Shit.
I'm at 10.
So what
No, you're forever. You're
At 10. Forever.
Yeah, you're retiring after this.
Well, I mean,
Forever.
So your max hit
Max.
points for forever now is 10.
As far as you know.
I say ouch.
Yeah, you definitely say that.
Yeah, you
I'm like screaming.
Meilin
and
tries to
writhing.
scream, and it's just this gasp of air that comes out of him as you can. What the two of you see is you actually see him start to shrivel a little bit.
Jesus.
And we are to Angus.
Owie, damn it.
How far away from him am I?
You are 10 feet away.
10 feet? Alright, good. Then I am going to go back to...
Can you cast steroids?
It's like, I'm going back to
Yeah, right.
exit.
To the Phandelin. Going back to
Teleport.
Go
Phandelin.
back to Mithril Halls.
Yeah, I had a gate spell prepared just in case.
Yeah.
Meilin and I would be like,
Yeah, peace out, Girl Scout.
All right, Angus.
Sacred Flame.
Okay.
On me.
you're not there yet.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that is a 15.
Alright, well, I'm done.
You see the light arc and his shadow moves just out of the way as the column of golden light just erupts again. Anything else, Angus?
No, I'm tapped.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
And we are back to Meilin.
Oh, I attack him.
That's a 1!
And just meekly you try to push this thing off of you, and you're just like this. There's nothing. As just every muscle in your body is just burning, trying to move.
And then I gain a second wind and I punch him in the face. With the 16.
16 will connect.
Wow.
Okay. Here I go, guys.
Like this.
7 damage.
All right. Once again, you feel your arm just move through it, not able to deliver the full force of the blow. And the shadow just snarls angrily at you.
And I didn't get to use a key point to use flurry blows.
Alright, anything else, Meilin?
I thought you could use Fairy Blows on even on your
Actually.
second attack.
Actually. I use a key point to use the disengage action with Step of the Wind.
Does that take a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, the bonus action was the offhand attack.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, we are to Val then. Unless you can move if you want to.
But I can't use that key point as the flurry blows with that second attack, right? Because I landed the second attack. Can I use that key point as my?
I'll let you trigger that, yeah.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah. So you would get one more offhand attack.
He's like, it's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
You can use it.
That first shot hurt.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 unfortunately does not.
Just taken.
That would hit.
That is a crit, but doesn't count.
No,
It was
unfortunately
kind
doesn't.
of cocked, but it was still.
It's like rolling a 20 on an ability check. It's not a crit.
Yeah, what's going on with this thing?
6.
I just took 1 year off of your life.
Basically,
How do you
Val.
feel?
Val will. The Echo gonna try to attack it again.
Okay.
I hope the chest is worth it.
Okay, so that's an 18.
An 18 connects.
That's 6.
6 points of damage. Very nice.
Magic damage.
Yeah, and then Unleash Incarnation one last time.
Okay.
That's cocked.
Cocked.
You know what? Man, I'll do it here.
Fine, I don't want you using my stuff anyway.
That's 21.
Connects.
Retro.
That's 8 damage.
8 points of damage. As you slash through, you see this. It actually starts cleaving wafts of this shadowy form out away from it, as if it's hemorrhaging shadow, and its figure's diminished a bit, still looming in front of Meilin.
Action Search.
Okay.
That's 10.
Unfortunately, does not connect. As you go to slash again, the part that you'd already cleaved away is where you swing, and it does not reform in that area.
I used to this and that. I will. How far away am I from it?
Val is, because you're right
Like Val,
behind
yeah. I'm
Angus.
10 feet from the door.
You're 10 feet away from the door?
Yeah.
So you're 40 feet from it. Or no, I'm sorry, you're 20 feet from it.
20 feet from it?
Yeah.
I'll go 5 feet back.
5 more feet back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like,
Nope.
yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Nopesing out of that one.
Okay. And you see the shadow rise, Meilin, above you. No.
Have a good night.
Is an 18 to hit.
Oh, it just hits. That hits.
It does.
And I need another Constitution saving throw from you.
Does 1 damage. 17.
17. You see this form just grab Meilin by the neck, suddenly becoming solid. You feel just this steel-like pressure crushing your throat. And you see just the fingers just slowly, the shadow creates this collar around Meilin.
I feel sleepy.
And you hear this as Meilin's neck snaps in an unnatural direction. And it releases and Meilin crumples to the ground.
Ouch.
Still alive, probably.
And the shadow just moves right in front of Angus.
Oof. Alright, that's it, guys. Nobody's gonna get through this, not even the black spider.
Meilin, you feel your body hit the stone floor. And you rise up, standing. And the room is now dimly lit. This ambient, low lighting in here. The scene, walls, broken furniture, it's all the same. But the spectral shadow is no longer here. Your compatriots are also no longer here. And you look down and you see your body laying on the ground, its neck snapped completely to the side. And you hear this shuffling sound and this metal clinking from outside the room. And you turn looking out the doorway and you see this older man, human, shuffle from around the door and stand in the doorway, its hands held like this. And you can see he's wearing at most a tattered loincloth and broken, barely held together shoes. He is covered head to toe in wounds, chains wrapped around his hands and arms, chains on his shoulders, and you immediately recognize the form of your god, Ilmatar, the god of mercy and suffering. He looks down at you with this sad, pensive look on his face. You hear his voice. It's calm, but you can tell there's a strain to it. Just from his body motion, you can tell that even moving hurts him. Talking seems to come at great effort. And he says, I think you did well. I think you have earned your rest. You saved many from suffering.
I wish I could save many more.
There is more suffering that will happen here. There's already been so much suffering here. He looks about the chamber, looks over. You can still see the bodies, strewn the old bodies all over the chamber outside. And he says, you're so close to freeing the suffering of this place. Would you be willing to suffer a little bit more?
10 times more if I have to.
My strength will not continue you long. But if you're willing to see this through, I would have you finish this and then take your place with me.
I would be ultimately honored.
You see him kind of step forward painfully and gets down on his hunches in front of your body. With everything he has, he picks up your form. Taking his hand, he gently cuts the side of your body's face and slides it back. You can hear the bone grinding as he does this. And you feel this just blinding pain in your neck as he's doing this. And it takes him a bit. You kind of step out of his way and he stands your body next to the broken bed in the back of the room. He says, this will hurt more than you can imagine. But you can finish this.
I'll take it. They're worth it.
And endure. and he shoves you into the body he just propped up, and all you feel is pain, and all you can see is blinding white light. Okay. Angus, you see the black shape just glide over Meilin's corpse. It just looms over you, but it is your turn. What do you do?
Oh, fuck. Now it's within melee range?
It is right in front of your face. You could just, this pulsing cold coming off of it.
I'm so fucking angry right now. So angry that I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance.
Okay.
So utter divine word, and burning radiance erupts from each creature of my choice that I can see within range. Him must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
That is an 18.
All right. Well, I mean, whatever.
I'm so angry.
Yeah, nothing happens. I'm so pissed off at you, stupid black smoky thing.
You're like, I don't like you, or...
Yeah. As a bonus action, can I attempt to smash it in the face with the other globule of holy water?
Yeah, you can retrieve it as a free, I mean, retrieving an item is a free action, so...
Since it's within
so this is
touch, I just want to
make a melee attack
smash
against
it right in his face. Come on. That would be 17.
17 connects, let's see the damage.
And you said it was 2d6, correct?
2d6 radiant damage, yes.
That is 5.
5 points of damage. Very nice.
Waste of holy water.
Alright.
Theoretically, I can make holy piss too, right?
You're a holy person.
I mean, you're a holy person. That's between you and Doomathoin, sir.
Just start peeing on somebody.
Alright.
That's horrible.
Make an attack roll.
Okay. 10.
10. You see Meilin's staff whiff past this thing's shape. Not connecting, but...
Getting his attention, at least?
Do you want to use Flurry of Blows?
Yeah.
I mean, caught my fucking attention.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an unarmed strike.
Tell you what's that.
8.
8. Unfortunately does not connect. Make one more.
That's a 1.
7.
7. Unfortunately does not connect. You see these flashes of light start occurring behind the shadowy form.
Wait, what? Repeat that again?
You see these flashes of light start to spark behind this thing's shadowy form.
Can I make
You vaguely see a shape moving through the shadow.
All right. Can I determine if this is another undead thing that I'm gonna have to kill?
On your turn, you could spend an action trying to figure this out. But we are to Val.
Val's gonna bring the Egonite right behind it and attempt to attack it.
Okay.
That's 24.
24 connects. Let's see the damage.
That's 10.
10. Very nice. All right, and
I'll move further back.
another 5 feet back.
Yeah, I want to keep within 30 feet of the Egonite.
If you move 5 more feet, you are still within 30. You are now at 30 feet away from the.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
He's like, I moved 4 feet.
Okay. And the shadow.
4 feet 6 inches.
Yeah.
You see the shadow almost press against you, Angus, as it reaches out at you. That is an 18 to hit.
That misses.
You just barely duck under as this blast of shadow with a clawed hand at the end of it just darts out where your head was a moment ago, and it wisps out. You see the shape just loom, and you just hear this. And we are to Angus.
And it's right in front of him, right?
It is right in front of it. It's practically covering him at this point. This shadow.
All right, Word of Radiance.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Correct.
And that is a 12.
That's a fail. Haha, do something. That is 6 radiant damage.
6 radiant damage. So this wave of golden white energy just pulses out of Angus, striking this thing. You see it shrink back angrily. You see this band open up in the middle of it, and in that band you can see what looks to be a human form behind it. And then the shadow closes back up again.
Can I make out the human form?
It looks like Meilin.
Fuck. No, I'm done.
Okay. Meilin.
I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
11.
11 does not connect.
I'm gonna spend my last key point.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
That does connect.
And I am doing this one. 7.
7 points of damage. All right. You faintly see this. This is right in front. What you see in the shadow is you see this fist come through the shadow, and just this pulse of the same golden white radiant energy that you're used to dispersing blasts through this thing as you see its spectral eyes just go wide as its form just blows over you, and you feel this blast of frigid cold air as it washes over you, the shadow collapsing over Angus and just dissolving into this black inky smoke to start to dissolve out in the ground. And the two of you see Meilin standing there like this. You see this horrific black-blue bruise all around his neck. You see his neck is slightly off on his, so like his neck is crushed almost. He's standing there, his hands trembling. And he just pulls back, and you can see that his eyes are fuzzy, almost have a milky glaze over them.
I take a step back. I'm like, you fucking say something sarcastic.
I appreciate our time.
That wasn't sarcasm.
Angus, what's going on?
I take another step back. I'm not going near him.
You guys have fought well. And it has been a pleasure.
I take another step back.
Wait, what? And I start running towards him.
Okay, you get up on him, you can see the unnaturalness of his neck. You can see his eyes. You can see the unfocused, like I said, almost film dead. His eyes look dead. His eyes look unfocused.
Like Victor Pascal from Pet Sematary?
Yeah, straight up. And the color is gone from his skin.
Take care, Brenton. Don't lose him again.
You too.
Alright, I need to see if this is an undead threat or if this is benign like the other ghost.
Go ahead, give me a religion check.
Okay, I'm stupid at religion, apparently. 10.
10.
Do I notice he's scared, like running back, obviously?
Yeah, I'm not.
They both have looks of sheer panic on their face.
Yeah.
Angus, there's nothing to fear. I'm not a threat.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a base religion training as a cleric. You do know that ghosts, just like ghosts, not every undead spirit is intentionally hostile, but the driving force of unquiet spirits is unfinished work.
Right. Well, I'm saying I see him die, and I see him reanimate. That's why I'm making sure that he's not.
What you know of reanimated corpses tend to be just overtly hostile. That reanimated corpses don't bother with the negotiation phase.
Well, I know, but I'm saying that when he came up, that's why I wanted to see if this was okay.
You're not. I mean, you're disquieted. This is a dead body talking to you right now, standing upright.
It's the actual body, right?
It's the solid body.
I look at Angus and I say, I'm sorry I didn't get your honey.
I just fucking start break down and I start crying, dude.
all of my suffering is always worth it. Especially for you guys.
I'll just let my shield go, drop the sword,
Yeah.
and I go hug him, and I'm like, you can rest now, man.
I go on the other side of him and I hug him too.
Thank you.
You guys feel that his skin still has a little warmth to it, but it is significantly colder than
Do what it
a
should
live
be.
person. But as you guys are both holding him tight in this embrace, you do feel this one in his chest. As almost a whole minute passes by, you feel another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do?
If that's the case, can I do spare the dying? I'm gonna
can
go for
certainly
it.
try.
I'm gonna fucking go for it. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna use my healer's kit. Spare the dying. All right, I touch him, living creature that has 0 hit points. He becomes stable.
You discharge the spell, and the connection that you would feel with Spare the Dying, when you discharge the spell normally, you can feel the soul
Like something. Yeah.
just faintly tethered to a body, and when you normally discharge the spell, you can feel that tether suddenly become solid again. You discharge this spell, and you feel no tethers of any kind.
I appreciate you.
I scream out, "God damn it, Doomathoin!" I try again.
So Doomathoin, damn it, Doomathoin.
Yep.
You discharge the spell again, and again it finds no anchor of any kind.
You guys have finally given me purpose.
I just keep screaming, Angus, do something.
Like I'm trying. I'm calling to Doomathoin. He's not answering. And very, very sarcastically, I'm like, "Why don't you call Timora?"
Like, just take the coin and just like, fucking flick it.
And what did it come up as?
It's tails. Yeah, that's tails.
You do hear her voice.
Get out of here.
Very faintly. It says, "He has his purpose. You have yours."
I just yell, like, no. I just keep yelling, like, Angus, do something.
I need all of you to make perception checks for me.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
12.
8.
17.
17. You all hear the noise very faintly. It takes a while, but you hear the metal door opening sound from behind you,
If it's who I think it is.
From that other building?
from the other building.
Oh, God.
You turn around, you look, you don't see anything.
Spider.
No, it's from the other building where the
Yeah, I know.
the green.
I don't know how much time I've been given, but I'm trying to use it wisely.
What do you want? What do you need?
To help as many people as I can.
So how can I help?
I don't think you can.
This is frustrating. We close the door. Angus just close the door for now, just in case.
In this moment, you hear the impact sound that you heard before come from the other building. The same sound that you faintly heard strike Grenton. The noise. And you hear this
Close the door.
noise.
Now.
And you see this flaring of green light come from the other, out the doorway of the other building.
Is there a window or anything that we can see?
Make a perception check.
That's crooked.
13.
13 through a small crack in the wall. Staring, you see movement. As you stare just for a moment, you think you see white and then green. You hear a small bang You hear a small bang come from inside the other building.
Angus.
I don't respond.
I get out.
I'm just
Stay
looking
here.
at the door.
You're what?
So I'm just standing there looking at the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna go close the door. And I'm actually, with the Econite like right next to me, I'm gonna start approaching carefully to see what's going on.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check at disadvantage.
It's a 1.
Oh, there we are.
I mean, I'm just, I guess,
So
frustrated.
as quietly as you can, but just your need to see what's going on, you move very quickly over to the side of the door. You look over just in time to see the floating green abomination. You see this blast of arcane energy blow out the back of it as it hits the ground with a wet slump. And you see, standing in the far back of the room, the black spider bringing his hand down from casting a spell, and he looks over at the green brazier.
Angus! I'm just gonna yell and start running towards him.
And
Towards the black spider?
Yep.
Can I
join him.
I want to, yeah, I'm gonna kind of snap back into reality, and I'm gonna haul ass over there too.
As he's kind of like snapping back into reality, I kind of just shove him and let's go.
yeah, so the two of you haul ass over there in time to see Val run into the room. And as you turn the corner, looking around the door into the room, you see the black spider standing there with a necklace with a familiar pyramid shape on it and a smile on his face. As Val starts to close the distance, you see the spider let it go.
Oh, into the cauldron?
It lands in the cauldron.
How far away am I from this?
You are 50 feet away. Each of you are 20 feet from him because your speed is 30. You two are 50 feet away. Each of you has time to do one thing. You have 1 second.
Can I shock my he's so into it that I'm
Yeah, he's not even looking at you. Everything is in this.
Can we
I'm
see
throwing
that?
my sword.
Can we see that? Are we outside the building?
You guys are standing right in front of the doorway. All of you see this.
I'm throwing the sword to hit the talisman.
Okay.
So it doesn't hit inside the cauldron.
All right. Since I don't know what he's doing, I'm dropping my hammer, pulling out the wand of magic missile, and I'm going to cast magic missile 3 times.
Okay.
At it to kind of hit it all 3 times to push it away from the cauldron.
Okay, so you're all trying to shoot the tiny object?
Yep. I don't know what he's doing, but magic missile doesn't miss.
It does not.
Anything to prevent it, you know?
And so you're all running inside?
I sprint in as far as I can, to get as close as possible.
So in this moment, you see the blinding speed of Meilin as he gets up to 10 feet away from the spider, just as the spider's letting this go. You're hucking your sword, you're casting magic missile.
Am I close enough to grab it?
No, you're 10 feet away.
Okay.
3 of them.
Fire 3 bolts.
I chuck my sword towards the talisman.
Chucking the sword is an improvised weapon, so
I mean,
yeah, it's throwing, so it'd be strength plus proficiency. I mean, you're proficient with throwing something. I mean, it's not going to do full sword damage, but
I know. Sorry, 11.
11 to hit.
Yes.
The sword, in this moment, cuts the rawhide thread that was holding the talisman, and the sword cuts it and clatters off the back wall. The magic missile always hits. You see the magic missile hit it. I need you to roll the damage for this.
Let's try that thing.
So it's 3d4 plus 1.
3d4 plus 3.
That's what I said. So that is 4, 5, it's 8. That is 12, 13.
13 points of damage. You see the arcane bolts strike this thing, the first one pushing it a little further back, the second one slamming into it, driving it into the back wall against the brazier, the third one hitting it and cracking it as it falls in.
And?
God. And this explosion of green flame washes over all of you.